Hello everyone! Welcome back to some more Occult Chronicles. We are continuing the adventure, much surprisingly, of Dr. Weird. Let's keep going. I can't believe we've lasted this long with that horrible deep wounds. Yes, I'm going to mention it at the beginning of every video. Oh my goodness. We came really close to dying to the slime as well. Oh, I don't think I took stock of how we were looking at the end of the last video, so I guess we'll take stock of things right now. So, our stats are looking pretty good, honestly. Shame about the swords, but whatever. 4 swords, 4 pentacles, 5 cups, and 6 wands. That's pretty good. We've got a really good help us beat the game wild card. I don't know what these are called, but we got one of these. The chariot will help us evade creatures as well. I would rather not spend the chariot because we're going to benefit from its passive while we've got it, but whatever. We will have to if the situation becomes absolutely horrible. We've got 23 life and 30 sanity, so we're looking really good in that department. We've got 3 talismans as well. This is fantastic. Only 3 edges, one of which we leveled entirely. We need to get more bones. I just remembered that we've got a heroic feat over here somewhere. Yeah, graceful evasion. But we need a cups bone if we want to use this during trap evasion. So we're going to need to work towards a cups bone. We'll probably go towards that next, honestly, so we can make use of it. Traps are horrible, and we're going to want to be able to use this when we get a chance. How else are we looking? Right, we're turning in the one quest, the plant quest, for the good or not so good scientist. We've got the pianist freed. We have to turn that in. We have the paper from the fireplace to turn into the demon. And we've beaten the oven. So we've got 4 quests to turn in as well. Awesome. We found 4 clues. There's, I think, 6 or 8 clues total. It might be 10, but it depends upon the mission, perhaps. I think the last time I found all the clues for the last one we recorded with the vampire, I think there were 8 total. So we've got half of this. Minus 4 to the target level, and plus 2 bonus tricks to help us out at the very end. We ended up picking up a rope, coil of rope, always a useful item. Plus 1 cups is also really handy. That's right, we have death incantation as well, and trivial flesh. Trivial flesh turns everything into pages for all the cards I've got, all the non-face cards I've got in my hand of a certain suit. I think it's non-face cards. Yes. And death incantation. What is this one? Roll 1 bone and then select X non-face cards and bump the card values up plus X, where X is the number of pentacles rolled and draw Y additional cards, where Y is the number of pentacles rolled divided by 2. Okay, nice. Kind of wish I did have Twist Fate now, that I hadn't had to drop it. But we did. We could use that to help us cast our spells more efficiently. In any case, right, let's get back to it again. So we have the head of the snake. We haven't found the thing yet for that. We also have the gardens, but I probably won't go out there because there's shotgun and grenade traps on the way. Those are pretty nasty, and the things out there are also very dangerous. Right, we have death as well. We'll go and fight death later, though. Let's first go fight death. Play the game. You know what? We're right here. Let's go peek at death. The chess game. Oh, 5 draw is the problem here. It's a lore perception, though, so we can win this with a decent pick. If we use our one feat, Brilliant Insight, we might be able to really score here. You know what? Let's do this now. Let's do it now. Worst case scenario, we die horribly. We die instantly. I think that's a card you get if you lose. It's a chance it will show up. Okay. We'll play a game of chess versus death. I used to play chess in the chess club ages ago in high school. Thank God. How old am I now? 42. Oh my God. So long ago. Play chess with the apparition of death. You decide to play along for now and take a seat. You make the first move. Okay, well, we need to hope for cups if we want to win this. It's not so bad, honestly. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Let's use our Brilliant Insight here. It'll give us 6 points. Wonderful. And we bump that card down to an ace. Okay. Well, we've already won the challenge. We'll also gain 2 points for that. Let's keep going. There's a 9. I'm going to go ahead and play the queen. I can't... The queen will take the knight. That's the only other thing it will take. And I'm nervous about drawing the king of cups in this. So, on the off chance that we'll get the king and not a knight, we'll play our queen now. Hello, king of swords. 2 of cups. Page of pentacles. Oh, wonderful. Okay, awesome. We won. We devastated him. We were a really good chess player. You play like an aspired madman, and soon the apparition's king is lying on its side. It bows to you, and then disappears. The Hierophant. When we play this card, okay, you immediately gain 2 to 12 sanity points after this card is used to take a trick. Okay, that's a shame. Just 2 of them. Nice. Glad to get another wild card, though. You can't go over 40 sanity, just as a heads up, and 2 experience is really useful. We'll begin taking that Bone of Cups. Let's turn this quest in. You hand the sample over to Benway and tell him that the creature has been destroyed. Excellent. I'll be able to use this sample to cure countless diseases. I wouldn't have been able to do it without your help. Of course, I could make a nice biological weapon as well. Choices, choices. At any rate, here is your reward. Look over in the box over there. You might find something that you like. You might not either. Get 1 guaranteed experience point. A gun! Holy crap, wonderful! Smith & Wesson, 1917. Mr. Smith, Mr. Wesson. Good to see you guys. Dr. Laszlo Benway has again returned to his work, seemingly having forgotten your presence. He remains hunched over his workbench, maniacally pursuing whatever weird experiment he has thought up now. You wonder if there's some strange ritual that he somehow draws pleasure from. Well, let's talk with him again. You suspect he very much wants to talk with you, so you go ahead and with the grand charade and clear your throat again to get his attention. We have a Page of Pentacles. That's the only face card we've got. We still might win this, though. Yeah, our number cards are pretty high. Oh, we have a 2. Play that there. Hello, 7 of Swords. Yes, very well. How do you feel about robots, mechanical men, that sort of thing? We have to find this now somewhere in the mansion. Hey, nice. Experience point. It seems that my mechanical assistant, Tor, has wandered off. I sent him to find my boffin juice, and he never came back. You'll need to find him and then replace his battery pack, no doubt. Here's a fully charged unit. Now off you go. We'll take our Bone of Cups. Awesome. Now we can use that other heroic feat. We just need to get some courage somehow. Traps and battles give you courage, especially the battles in the basement and lower. Okay, we could probably take on the succubus. It's such a shame. She must be part of a quest, and I don't know what quest she's a part of. Is there a reason why I would do that? It's just dead ends in there, plus whatever this is. That could be the head, the guillotine. That could be the guillotine. We'll come back for that. Let's do the boxing ring next. Flood of rats. At first you hear the telltale sign of scratching and scuttling noises. Rats. Probably in the walls, you think. Without any further warning, a veritable tide of rats floods out towards you. You've heard stories about rats in the walls, but you were unprepared for this. You wonder if they really can take a man down to bones in a few minutes. Well, if this was, 1 second. If this was Dishonored, yes. Knight of Swords and a Queen of Cups are the face cards we have in hand. We have good number cards as well, some decently high number ones. We can take the 8 of Pentacles with our 10. We can take the 7. Let's use the Knight to get an additional 2 points. And we won the challenge. Oh, that's a shame. We can take the 5 with the 6. And be nice. And we can even use our queen. Your mind is strong. You have seen things far worse than this. The rats come towards you like an immovable force of nature. There must be 100 of them. If they overwhelm you, you fear that you might not be able to get back up. We actually have a good chance of beating them. The Smith & Wesson, by the way, is one of the few guns that we can't use in a combat option here. We can only use it during combat. In fact, we should have looked at it. We'll look at the gun during the fight. So, as usual, I prefer killing the things than fleeing. There's not really that much of a difference at the moment. Fleeing is the same target number as fighting. If you lose while fleeing, you still take damage, and you can lose courage. If you lose the fight, you take damage. But if you win the fight, you can gain experience and what have you. If you win the flee, you just get away. So we will attempt to fight it. And we get a pretty terrible hand for this. Let's wait and see if we draw a pentacle card. I might end up using Shrivel Flesh here. Well, I don't need it at the moment. Let's use our 8. Hello, King of Wands. We win! Awesome. Let's just see if we can use one of our other cards. We can! I didn't need to use Shrivel Flesh. That's fine. You kill dozens, wound even more, and fling yet more away. At some point, they seem to break, like they were being controlled by a single will, and then scatter and flee. Where are you? There he is. The Ghost Boxing Manager. You see the unmistakable outlines of an old boxing ring. You guess that it's been years since it was last used, since it's covered with dust and the ropes seem old and frayed. Even now, though, you can smell that stale odor that permeates most gyms. Suddenly, you realize there is a figure standing in front of the ring. A ghostly apparition of a boxing manager looks over to you and motions you to come over. A wave of panic sweeps over you. The attention that you have drawn from this ghost makes you very uncomfortable. It's getting late in the game, and our stats are higher, so the challenge is tougher. Yeah, we'll play the knight. I'll risk that the page isn't present. Hello, King of Pentacles. You can take my 3. Queen of Cups takes our 8 of Cups. We win the horror. You have kept your sanity. Now you must decide how to respond to the ghost's solicitation. The ghostly boxing manager keeps waving you over. It obviously wants to communicate with you. We have a fantastic chance to communicate with them. You decide to use your psychic talents as a medium to find out what the ghostly manager wants from you. We have a king. Wow, a queen of wands, a page of wands, page of pentacles, king of swords. Let's use our queen. We've won the conversation. We'll just go all out now and see if we can get some experience for this. You enter a trance and begin speaking with the ghostly boxing manager. He has a series of fights lined up for you, and he's anxious to get you into the ring. I knew you would do it, Slugger. So now all you gotta do is jump in that there ring 3 times and win, win, win. 3 fights are set up for you, and 3 titles are up for grabs. A ghostly crowd has suddenly gathered all around the boxing ring. You see the ghost of an attractive woman holding up a card above her head as she strolls around the ring. You can't quite make out what's on it. Get into the ring. This should be easy. All you have to do is pull yourself up and climb into the ring. Physical test. As usual, we don't have a good draw. I think you just suffer some sanity loss for failing this one. We're about to find out, I have a hunch. You can hear the ghost laughing in your mind. This is not a good start. The odds the ghost bookies have made on you probably already have taken a hit. Let's try this again. Much better. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles. We also have a single 2. Hello, Queen of Swords. You can take my 4. Still need to be able to... Oh, holy crap! Get another, take another trick, and we do with our King of Pentacles. 12 points. That's much more like it. The ropes part and you bounce in with a flourish. You're off to a good start. That is incredible. 6 life and 3 sanity. The ghost lightweight. You look over at your first opponent. He looks like a lightweight. You can't figure out who this fighter was in his previous life. Your manager comes up to you and whispers, "Watch out for this guy. He could punch you in the neck and break your ankle." Suddenly you're very afraid. That's right. This manager is the worst manager ever. He doesn't give you any advice. He just makes you terrified. You struggle to control the panic rising inside of you. Oh, 2 2s. And a 5. Those are our low cards. We also have a King of Pentacles as our high card with 2 10s. We're going to have to hope for the Pentacles to show up. That's kind of awkward. But it's just a horror check. I can't win. Oh, you might be able to win courage, actually, from a horror check, but it's extraordinarily rare. You have kept your sanity. Now you need to kick some ghost butt. The bell's about to ring. You're standing in your corner, ready to go out and fight. Box the ghost. You're not sure how you actually box a ghost. Probably with your mind, you suppose. You will try and enter a trance and fight the ghost psychically. Holy crap! Wow! Well, we've annihilated this thing if we get swords or pentacles. We've only got 6 tricks, though. Let's hope for the best here. What is this used? Oh, we have Banished Spirit as well, but I don't think I'll need it with this hand. Alright, let's just play the king. Win the challenge. Again, play the king. Just win the challenge. You enter a trance and then hear the bell ring. You pummel the poor ghost senseless. You are declared the winner. Two sanity and 3 experience points. You look over at your next opponent. He looks like a middleweight. Once again, you can't figure out who this fighter was in his previous life. Your manager comes up to you and gives you some advice. Once that bell rings, you're on your own. It says you and the other guy. Suddenly you are very afraid. Useless. Useless! Absolutely useless. This one looks bigger and stronger. You struggle to control the panic rising inside of you. Okay. Oh, an ace and a 2 are our low cards. And a 3. We have 2 6s. Got it. And a page of pentacles. Probably. Oh, but we got a 2 of wands. That's good. Okay. So I'm not expecting to get anything else here. And we don't. A total lack of confidence threatens to overwhelm you. On my own. You hope there is a ghost towel nearby to throw into the ring. The bell's about to ring. You're standing in your corner, ready to go out and fight. Box the ghost. You won that last one, but this guy looks bigger and stronger. Hopefully your psychic talents are up for this. Like, small sip. Liquid courage. Let's do it. Actually, his target number's lower. It's only 4. I think the last guy was 5, but we have less tricks this time around. Okay, we have a 3 and 4 of swords, a 3 of wands. Those are our low cards. We've got a page of pentacles, a knight of wands, and a queen of wands. Those are our high cards. Let's see how we do. Oh, I should have played the page of pentacles. Darn it. We win. Let's play the queen. This fight is a lot tougher. You exchange psychic punches and circle around each other. After a flurry of blows, you hear your opponent cry out, "No mas!" Fight is over. I guess, was it Spanish? Yes! Yes! When it comes to the quest cards, I always tend to pick cards around the quest card. I'm under the belief that they have a better chance of giving me rewards, but it's just in my head. It could be any of them. Again, I really wish the game showed me what the rewards were that it would have given me here. That's a shame. I assume, of course, that the cards are already predetermined, as opposed to when you click on a card, then the game decides what it is. I don't know how it works, unfortunately, so. The Ghost Heavyweight. Look at this ghost. You look over at your last ghost opponent. He looks like a heavyweight. You can't figure out who this fighter was in his previous life. The manager comes up to you and whispers some last words of advice. It's what you do with fear that matters. Rising inside of you. This ghost you're facing is ripples with muscles of psychic energy. Well, that's not so bad. Ace of Pentacles, we also have the King, and a Knight of Swords. Everything else is just so-so. We will definitely play the King. I can take my Ace, Queenie. Oh, there goes our King. That's right, Knight. You've kept your sanity. Now you need to go out there and show them who the champion is. The bell's about to ring. You're standing in your corner, ready to go out and fight. Oh, this guy's tough. This is the last fight. Sure, this guy looks like a wraith on steroids, but you've got something he ain't got. Style, baby. Target level 6. That's higher than the other two. And we also only have 6 tricks, but we do have 8 draw. Let's hope for the best. We get, what are our low cards? Oh, we've only got a 2 and a 5 are the lowest cards we have. We have a Queen of Pentacles and a Knight of Wands, and the rest are decently numbered cards. I'm tempted to use Banished Spirit for this. Roll 1 bonus, select a not revealed trick card, and reveal that card. Add your Wands attribute to your trick-taking score if the revealed card is a non-face card. Then, add a trick to the field if space is available. Oh, please let me guess the right card. This will earn us 6 points if I guess a non-face card. This one. Yes! 6 points! We win, just like that. And an extra trick was drawn. We also have a 10 of Swords, so we can pick it. We did generate some psychic pushback now. The psychic powers aren't, they're like the only ones which aren't really, you can't really see what it does in the game. Spells require arcane power, heroic feats require courage, guns require bullets. Psychic talents give you something different. A psychic pushback. I believe the more pushback you have, the better chance you have of drawing bad cards, and or after a certain amount of psychic pushback you just die. But you lose psychic pushback after not using psychic cards. I think that's the way it works. I'm going to have to read up on it. But I'm currently going with that. That was going to be the other card I was going to choose. Thank goodness I didn't. Queen of Cups. You can take my 2. We'll take the 3 of Cups with our 5. You are kidding me. We weren't able to use a Queen, but we were able to use a Knight. And it lets us win by 8 points. I think that's 4 or 5 card draw. Awesome. You trade blows for 30 minutes before you land a decisive hit. The ghost's head explodes in a cloud of ectoplasmic mist. You didn't think that could happen. The crowd is stunned. And then you start hearing the chant. Killer! 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 Oh, we didn't get anything. The roar of the crowd has eerily disappeared, but you stroll around the ring with your gloves held high. You decide to go over to your manager and thank him. I always believed in you, champ. Now go hit the showers. Oh, it's just 1 experience for that quest. Wheel of Justice, another talisman. Well, wonderful. But that was all we earned from it. Plus whatever other experience or things we gained during it. Wow, we gained a lot of experience during the fight. Okay, that's a ton of experience. What do I want? A Bone of Swords. Because we can't use our gun. I don't think we can use our gun without a Bone of Swords. So we need the Bone of Swords. And then I think we'll grab... I'm tempted to grab either a Flee, Evade, Hide edge to help us out with that, or a Talisman edge to help us with our talismans. We have a lot of them. The talismans edges, however, so the talisman edges make it so that talismans of a certain element benefit. So in this case, I would definitely want something that benefits our air, because we have 2 air talismans. If you take the talisman card, like it's a talisman specialist, the final rank is really powerful for all the talismans that you possess. But you have to take all the edges first to get that rank. In any case, I'm babbling. Let's grab a Flee, Evade, Hide edge. I've never taken one of these before, so this will be a good time to see what happens. Actually, first, I'm going to go back to the menu. because that will save the game. Because if I don't like the edge, I'm going to short-circuit the game so I can get a different edge. My only real, well, I have one of the gripes I have with the game is that you don't really know what the level of an edge can be, like the maximum rank, until you take it. And sometimes I know in the past I've been disappointed because I'm thinking that, oh great, this will let me get like 3 or 4 ranks, it'll be amazing. But then I find out it's only got 1 rank to it, and I never would have taken it if that had been the case. Alright, let's pick this. What have we got? Sprinter. Makes it easy to flee. Additional card draw. More tricks. Guaranteed initial card draws cannot be less than the level of the edge. I generally always find Anticipate Danger and things like this, which says that your card draws can't be lower than the edge, to be useless. Because unless the edge starts at like a 5, I don't see how this is going to be helpful. So, no. Also because my stats are generally high at this point in the game, enough that I'll get like 3 or 4 cards, which require all those edge upgrades, so I don't ever pick Anticipate Danger or things like it. All the trick cards, when they're placed on the board, get lowered by 1 and the level of the edge. It's a random number. We get to have a face card in our hand. I'm tempted to pick Sneaky. Oh, seize the angles. I always like this. This allows trick cards to be placed in a scryed state, so I know what it is without having to actually click it. The number of cards scryed are equal is an edge level. This is the same as this is Ember. This is the one which allows me to gain points for cards in my hand I haven't used. I gain points for an unrevealed trick card, equal to the level of the edge. 1 point is added for every revealed and unmatched trick card. This probably is only 1 level. A health loss card is chosen and reduced to an X value. X health cards are chosen and reduced by 1. And these are the same for sanity loss. Alright, so I generally don't like the... Like is the wrong term. I'm not a... Yeah, fan is probably correct. I always prefer winning the challenge, rather than dealing with the aftermath of failing. So these edges I'm not going to take. I really like Scry, the Scry ability. So I will take Seize the Angles. And how many... making that level? Oh, nice. It can be leveled up to 4 times. Okay, wonderful. A reanimated skeleton. It seems impossible, but a human skeleton steps in front of you from out of the gloom. It hisses at you, and you smell the breath of death. Some dark necromancy must animate this long-dead creature. You can't even understand how the bones could be held together. It's terrifying. An ace is our low card, a king of cups is our high. We're going to have to hope for a cups to win the horror check. Oh, we do. Your might is strong. You see things far worse than this. You were part of that team that took down the Black Circle of necromancers a few years back. You've encountered your fair share of reanimations over the years. You wonder if a curse or a necromancer of some skill has summoned a spirit to animate this bag of bones. Was it sent after you? You remember from your briefings that its decayed appearance can be deceptive, and prepare yourself. You will need to either fight or flee. Ooh, this is tough. Actually, very difficult. 7 points with 7 tricks and 6 draw to fight it. 6 points with 6 tricks and 7 draw to flee. We'll fight it once. I have to be careful because we have a bad card drawn. We'll take extra damage. If we fail, wow! King of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, a 9 of Cups are our cards. We have decimated this creature, assuming we don't get, like, all swords up here. That was incredibly lucky. We got mostly swords, didn't we? 4 swords, okay. But we were able to play our Queen of Wands, King of Cups. Awesome. 12 whole points over it. That'll give us 6 or 7 cards. The most rewards, the most we can get. You won the battle. You knock the head off and separate the spine from the rib cage. An arm is lying over by itself. The spell is broken, and the thing goes still. 2 life for that as well. Nice. Okay, now where, Tim? Let's go into the... do I really need to go in that room? I don't think I do. Oh, the head could be in here, though. The guillotine? Let's take a quick peek. We'll continue. We'll still continue. Alright, so we can't click on... Whatever that is, we're not allowed to interact with it. A brain bot. You hear the taps of its metal legs on the floor, and then you see it emerge from the shadows. A brain bot. Soldier slaves created by the Telerasti from human victims to fight their interdimensional wars. They are quick, efficient, and merciless. Nothing remains of their past humanity. The thought of it is horrifying. Your eyes widen in disbelief as you behold the human brain encased in its robot body. We're going to have to get lucky to win this horror check. And we don't get lucky. Your mind is weak. You feel overwhelmed with fear. You wonder if you will end up a slave trapped in a metal tomb. This brain bot seems to be on patrol. You should act quickly before it summons reinforcements. We have a better chance of defeating it in combat. Its weak spot is a motivator underneath its carriage. It's a difficult spot to hit unless you can manage to flip them over. We have an ace and 2 threes. Our highest card is a page, as usual. Okay. There goes our 10 of pentacles. We still won. Wow, they had an ace of swords on the board. And that was the only thing... Wow, our page and our 3 won it for us. How ridiculous. You won the battle. The brain bot sparks and sputters as cerebral fluid leaks out of the brain case. Okay, is there something to turn in over here? The ghost ball. We've also got another room to explore. I'm really tempted to go after the slime as well. I want to explore that door, but let's turn in the ghost ball. Oh, we can't get on this side. Okay, crap. Let's go try to kill the slime. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, you notice that we lost 4 sanity? Again, the higher your sanity in life, the higher the lost cards are that you draw. We're gonna kill you. These things are incredibly tough and are known to be able to regenerate damaged tissue. They can be killed, though, Oh, we can have a very easy time to flee it, though. Our evade will let us stay here. Let's flee. You turn to run, and the creature lunges at you, but it's too late, and you are safely away. And with only 1 point, we should be able to win that flee challenge every time. That's probably the... Oh, there's 2 of them in here. One's a stuffed crocodile, the other will be the heads. We've already defeated the polar bear, so the Huntmaster ghost will just be something we have to fight. A haunted stuffed crocodile. You immediately notice the enormous 12-foot stuffed crocodile displayed prominently in the room, which is adorned with many other eccentric collector's pieces. A sudden chill shoots down your spine as the tail of the crocodile begins to sweep back and forth. The eyelids flick open, and you know something is terribly wrong. You can't be sure whether this thing is alive, undead, or animated by some dark sorcery, but it certainly looks hungry. Yeah, we'll use our queen. Get us closer to winning, and we win. We'll hold on to our queen. Well, we'll use it there. Nice. Your mind is strong. You'll see things far worse than this. The crocodile turns to face you, and you can clearly see the stitches that indicate that this creature was stuffed and then reanimated, probably as a guardian for this place. Its gaze is locked on you, and it slowly starts to advance towards your location. We'll try fighting it. We'll use sorcery. Guardians like this are animated by dark sorceries, and there is almost always a way to break the spell and snuff the threat out at its source. We could also just... Ooh, fleeing is really tough. Alright, let's just sorcery it. We have a 2 and a 3 of wands, but we also have a page of wands, page of cups, and a queen of swords. And we win the fight. Ooh, good thing we selected the ace when we did. We would have lost our queen to the king. Again. You channel your energy into a stream that strikes the crocodile on the snout and exits behind its tail, breaking the seal on the spirit trapped inside. This guardian will no longer be a threat. Wall of trophies. Your attention is drawn to a wall covered in mounted trophy heads. You recognize some of them as big game animals, but others are truly bizarre creatures. You see among others what might be a giant bat's head, a fishman of some sort, and a creature that could only be called a troglodyte. As you come closer, a growing sense of unease begins to dominate your thoughts. You are startled and a chill shoots down your spine when you realize that the trophies are watching you. Their heads all turn slightly in unison as you approach. Your eyes widen in disbelief as you realize that the trophies are mounted on the wall, are possessed by spirits. You can feel them probing your psychic defenses as they try to get into your head. An Ace of Cups, we also have a Knight and Page of Cups, but that means we have to hope cups show up. We're going to lose this. Your mind is weak. The spirits brush aside your defenses and all start talking to you at once. It's enough to drive you mad. The trophies gaze down at you with their pleading eyes. You can sense that some of them want to make contact with you psychically. Others look like they would like to tear you apart if they had a body with claws or could get their fangs on you. There is definitely some type of strange sorcery involved here that is binding these spirits to the trophies. You can feel a wave of anger building slowly in the psychic space of this room. Someday soon, it's going to explode. We can actually communicate with them. Let's try that. You decide to enter a trance and try to communicate with the spirits. Many of them are hostile, so it's a risky proposition. A King of Wands, a Page of Cups, and we also have an Ace of Wands and a Three of Pentacles. The rest are just nothing we really care about. Let's play the King and win this. Nice. You enter a trance and reach out to the spirits that are not overtly hostile. Many are insane with rage, but a few are still coherent. You discover that they want you to do something for them. We want you to bring us the head of the Van Pelt. They all scream Van Pelt. We will make room for him on our wall. He is the one who weaved this sorcerous curse so long ago. You ask how you are supposed to cut off the head of a ghost, and they howl with anger and rage. Then you tell them that you think you might be able to accomplish what they want. You notice the head of a pig mounted on the wall that seems to be empty. You notice the head of a pig mounted on the wall seems to be empty. They love the idea. Last time we did the favor for that ghost. This time, we're going to try to kill him. A locked secret door. You have discovered a secret wooden door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. These are both interesting. Bashing the door in looks like our best chance, but that'll be physical damage. Let's try finding the activation mechanism. You examine the door and decide that you might be able to figure out how to activate the door. Okay. King of Swords, Page of Wands are the only face cards we have. The rest are high number cards, lots of 10s. Okay, we'll definitely use our Page. We won. Oh, thank goodness for all our high number cards. Locks are also kind of dangerous. I mentioned that they're positive because you can gain like luck cards and stuff like that. You also have a good chance to get bad omen cards from them, so you can lose the luck pretty easily too. You search around the door for anything of note and quickly zero in on some promising locations. After fiddling around with several bumps and nooks, the mechanism clicks and the door slowly opens. We'll go downstairs to get this area on the map. That's the cellar. I'm glad we found it. It's still, it's about to not be the early game, but I'm glad we now know where the cellar is. We can head on down there. We also unlocked it right now, so if we end up in the cellar for some god-awful reason, we're able to get out of it again. I have a hunch the ghost is in this room, the smoking room. The Iron Maiden. You approach what appears to be a metal coffin. Suddenly, you stop dead in your tracks. A wave of horror sweeps over you. The coffin is actually an elaborate Iron Maiden, and it radiates a pure evil that undermines the foundations of your sanity. You steel your mind against the thing that occupies the metal monster. You feel it probe your mind for some weakness. Oh, wonderful. King of Cups, King of Swords. We also have a Ace of Swords and a Two of Cups. Let's just win this. Oh, wonderful. You have kept your sanity. You sense the ancient evil that resides in the steel monster. You recall in your mind a file from a case in the Huaybasu region of Romania. I'm murdering that. Hoya Basiu? Is that how you say it? In the 1640s. A mad prince forged it from the melted down holy relics of the surrounding towns and then tempered it in a giant vat filled with the blood of virgin peasant girls. A ritual of some sort empowered the vessel to serve as the repository of an evil spirit that had bargained with the prince. It must abide there, even now. We can leave it alone. I think it's part of a quest. But I always like this. I've always done it. It's such a bad idea, though. But if we win, we get a decent edge. You decide to climb inside. It's a crazy idea, and you know it. You feel it calling to you. It wants your blood. It needs your blood. The question is, though, is it strong enough to take it? Oh, we need to get any face cards! Oh, no! Okay, this is really, really, really bad. We might win. Okay, I'm going to use the Hierophant here to just win this challenge. And it's a good thing I did use it. Wow. We earned 10 sanity from that as well. In the end, it could not break you, and that which does not destroy you makes you stronger. Kiss of the Maiden. During the results phase of any challenge option that has the poison or evade trap type, you are immune to the first 3 points of health loss that might occur. Wonderful. I really like this edge. Another talisman. Wonderful. And 4 courage. Also awesome. We'll increase our graceful evasion a tiny bit, and our brilliant insight as well. Wonderful. That was incredible. A big game hunter ghost. A ghost suddenly materializes in front of you. It's dressed as if it stepped out of a safari on the Serengeti. It lowers its large caliber big game rifle at you, and seems to be considering you closely. You don't know which is scary, the ghost or the ethereal gun. Page of Swords, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Average cards otherwise. We'll use the king. Darn it. Take your page and win the challenge. Your mind is strong. You stand up straight and play the alpha male. That's something this ghost would understand. The ghostly big game hunter squints at you like he is sizing you up for his trophy wall. There is a taint to him. You suspect he once brushed elbows with a witch doctor. You both stand there in a sort of ghostly standoff, waiting for the other to make the first move. So we can try running from him. We don't have a good chance at it. Or kill him. You have a plan to deal with this. You will focus all your psychic energy into containment sphere and trap him within. It's a dangerous trick, because if you succeed, it requires that you carry his bloodthirsty ghost within your mind until you can transfer him to the trophy wall. We have a King of Swords, so we need swords to show up. Come on, swords. Show up for us. That's a Page of Cups. That's a 10 of Wands. I'm gonna banish this banished spirit. Darn it! We didn't get anything. It was a pentacle girl. Oh, you're kidding me. Yes! Oh, thank God! The Knight of Swords was there! That went horribly for us. Oh my God. Woo! You use Van Pelt's overconfidence against him and trap him within the containment sphere that you built in your mind. You should get rid of him quickly. Also earn an experience point. Oh, we have 3? We have 3. Let's begin working on our our wand a little more. Zombies. You've come face to face with the living dead. Slow, ponderous, and mindless, zombies are still not to be underestimated. They can overwhelm you with numbers and be feasting on your entrails before you know it. Despite having dispatched quite a few of these undead automatons, these still creep you out. That's a good hand draw. We have an ace of swords, but the rest are actually really good. 2 queens. We win the horror check. Your mind is strong. You've seen things far worse than this. You finally remember your last mission with Officer Rick. It was utter zombicide. We won't benefit from any... Oh, nice! Won't benefit from any, whatchamacallit, any sanity, but we can gain courage, about to say, and we did. We'll refill our brilliant insight entirely and begin upping our graceful evasion. Zombies. You hate these guys. This place certainly knows how to keep you on your toes. Just don't build a summer house here. We'll fight them. Remember to aim for the head. Okay. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, an Ace of Swords, and a 4 of Swords. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see what we get before I begin panicking. Reduce the damage we take to start. Oh, thank God I did that. Hello, King of Pentacles. We've won. We have won. Do I want to hold on to the King of Swords and hope for more points? No. I'll just victory this. Darn it. Should have done it. I really should have done it. You've won the battle. Dismembered zombie bodies still twitch around on the floor, putting on quite the show. To experience. Wonderful. There goes our wands up another point. Let's begin working on... Let's work on a talisman edge. What do we got? Fire, fire, air, air, earth. This is tricky, because we're only going to be able to benefit one of these. We could also take an edge for our heroic feats as well. Or improve our cups of point. Let's work on a... Oh, range edge could be useful to get bullets as well. Let's work on the talisman edge. The ghosts explain that the band will not play without its pianists, and they have no idea where the fellow is. You hear a chubby old monocle-wearing ghost sitting near the wall chuckle, "Oh, it's his piano, of course." You contemplate the ghost's meaning, and you suspect that a piano will indeed be the key to this mystery. You decide to tell the ghost that you have found the ghost pianist, and that the ball can resume. The ghostly pianist makes his entrance on your cue, and the band strikes up a grand waltz. The ghost's attention is now focused on you. You think you know what they want, and you wish you had taken more lessons. Nice! Edge upgrade. Seize the angle behind your face. X random tricks are placed in the scry state. I'm really tempted to take see the angles up a point. Let's take this up 1 point. The awkward thing is I always prefer fighting than fleeing. But if I do flee, especially down below, I will want this. This is also an invader hide challenge. Or this, yeah, let's grab seize the angles up a rank. The ghosts seem to be murmuring among themselves. It's obvious they want you to have the honor of the first dance. Dance with the ghost. Your first partner steps up, and the introduction is made. Before you know it, you are waltzing around the floor. So this is a bit tricky, because you have to do several of these in a row. Our pentacles is not that high, but we're still going to, try this. A 2, we have 2 2s and an ace. But we also have a Queen of Wands and a Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is a perception or something. We can use our tablet and brilliant insight. Let's use the tablet and pray it picks the 2. Oh, it doesn't matter even if it did. There's our queen. Our knight. Hello, king. I don't know why. I don't know why sometimes I put the last card up there. Especially, like in this instance, when I can't beat the card. There's no reason for that. You dance around the ballroom in glorious circles. Your partner seems to be having the time of its life. The ghosts seem quite pleased with your dancing ability. The polite applause tells you that they want you to continue. Your second partner steps up and the introduction is made. Before you know it, you are waltzing around the floor. 2 pages, and that's all we got for face cards. Oh, a King of Pentacles as the first card. A King of Swords, my goodness. A Queen of Swords. But we still win with our 2 pages. I didn't feel like using Brilliant Insight for that one, and I couldn't take advantage of our tablet there. You glide and swirl around and around. You and your partner practically have an out-of-body experience. The ghosts are quite enthralled with your dancing. The enthusiastic applause tells you that they want you to have one final dance. Your final partner steps up and introductions are made. Before you know it, you're waltzing around the floor. A Queen of Swords, a Knight of Swords, and a Knight of Wands. That's not a bad hand. We also have an Ace of Swords, that's the lowest card. I'm going to use Brilliant Insight here. And we will lower that to a 6, and we gain 4 points, guaranteeing us the victory. It's just as well, because we couldn't really use anything else. We would have won normally with 2 knights, but I'm glad for the extra huge amount of points there. You waltz around the floor as if traveling in another dimension. You know this is an experience that you will never forget. The dance finishes, and you find yourself alone in the ballroom. Dances with ghosts. Anytime you would be reduced to 0 sanity, there was a 20% chance that you would be reduced to only 1 sanity instead. Not a very good edge, if I'm being honest. I thought it was a lot better than that. But hey, it's a chance that you won't die. And nothing else. Darn it. Okay. To experience, add this to our talisman. Can play a little bit longer. I haven't found that one yet. Oh, we should turn in the ghost. Once we get another token, I think we'll call it. Looking, well, I should, oh, that's the wrong way, Tim. No, that's the right way. You approach the wall of trophies and tell them that they have a new roommate. You break the psychic containment sphere that you built for Van Pelt and channel him out of your mind. His spirit slips free and is deposited in the pig's head into the pig's head on the wall. You hear a chorus of animal howls in your mind. Ghost Avenger. During the results phase of any successful combat, a challenge that has the combat option type, there was a 5% chance that a Nothing of Interest card will be turned into a random skill points card. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. Speaking of skill points, earn another one, which is just enough for a talisman edge. Okay. So, do I want to prevent my talismans from leaving me when I choose them? Or do I want, like, them to become more... increase the chance they'll be triggered? Or if it does flee, that there's a chance it stays anyway? Let's try something a little different. We're going to go with Air Affinity. Whenever an air talisman should be removed from your possession, there is a X% chance that it will remain anyway, where X is 10 times the level of the edge. Yeah, we'll choose Air Harmony. And what is that edge at the moment? So at the most it can be is 40%. It's not very high, but whatever. We're trying out a bunch of different edges and what have you this time. Okay. Well, the Ghost Baker and this one. Let's turn in these 2 quests, and then we'll call the session then, I think. Pack of Ghouls. Ghouls! You would know these canine features and that smell anywhere. The Odd has been called in more than once to fight ghoul infestations. Calcutta, Chicago, London, Fond du Lac. They seem to pop up everywhere. Remember the briefings. Hit them hard and they will scatter. Don't let them swarm you or get behind you. Make sure you get any wounds, especially bite wounds, treated immediately. You have a good chance to beat them, actually much better than fleeing. It's not even fight, but whoever said life was fair. Poor ghouls. Oh, but we don't have any face cards, so that's... You know how my attitude toward that. It's not a good hand if we don't have any face cards. And we lost. You lost the battle. You've underestimated these things. You might not get a chance to redeem yourself. That is blocked by our talisman. That one is not. Let's try it again. A little better. We get one more card draw, I think. We also have a much better hand. That lets us win right away. Take that card. Guess I'll go for broke now. You won the battle. The ghouls are no match for you, and they fall where they stood, and the puddle of blood on the floor is now bigger than ever. Oh, that was a misclick, but I'll take it. 3 experience points, wonderful. Let's increase our cups. We'll go for a ranged edge or combat edge. Oh, next, I keep forgetting about my gun. The gun is used to like bump up or bump down non-face cards in combat. While we're in this area, we might as well look at the papers and see if they're the ones that the alchemist wants. Oop, that was the wrong way. Okay, well, oh, more ghouls. What the heck? Try to fight these ones off if possible. Come on, Pentacles. Please, Pentacles. No Pentacles. You failed. Wow, 3 damage. Again. We have another iffy hand. Oh, we're failing this one. We did. Our talismans protect us. We'll try this again. Wow, this is... Come on. Alright, there we go. We won. Holy crap. That one wasn't so close, but holy crap. Whew, that goes for our talismans. You won the battle. The ghouls are no match for you, and they fall to the floor where they stood. Get back 1 of the life points we lost. 2 life points we lost. Surprised we haven't fought more cultists, honestly. Like, the occultist assassins haven't shown up whatsoever. Oh, this is the papers that he wants. You think this might be the stash of papers that this strange alchemist sent you after. You should be careful to speak the release words so that the ward can't harm you. 2 aces, a Knight of Cups, and a King of Pentacles. We've also got a 5 and 4 Pentacles, so it's a decent hand. Like, we'll win. Well, assuming we had Pentacles, and we did. Let's use our... Oh, we can't use a tablet here. Okay, it's this perception check. Wow! You speak the words of release, and you can feel the ward dissipate. You grab up the sheets of paper and put them away in your pockets. The alchemist has a good, I say, go low, a madness in the air. The will of the great tentacled ones begin to stir and already begins to influence events in our dimension. It is madness to stay against this. You have lost a clue. If you did not possess one, then a clue has been removed from the board. Oh my god! I've never seen this before. I don't know what clue we lost. Probably a -1 target level or something? Okay, but it doesn't affect combat or anything of the sort. I didn't realize that was a token that could be drawn. How about that? Well, we're here. We'll turn this in. Haven't any time for you, shouts the ghostly baker. Unless, of course, you can get my oven working again. It's wandered off somewhere, but I need it cleaned out and fast. It's time to make the donuts. The ghostly baker pays you no more heed and goes back to his endless preparations. You will need to find this oven and clean it. You decide to tell the ghostly baker that his oven is now clean and ready for use. Maybe this will put him at peace. You cleaned it, you say? Well, that's great news. I'll make sure you get a little something if any of the donuts are left over. Without a word, the ghostly baker vanishes. That 3 experience is decent. Gives us some more cups. What next? What next? Let's go for a combat edge. The demon wants your help and threatens to kill you and take your soul, just as it did this sorry acolyte lying at your feet if you do not cooperate. In this house, a worthless servant of his has been trapped in a ritual summoning. It was bound by the acolyte to a fireplace as a crude joke. On its mantelpiece is an old slip of paper with writing on it. Bring the paper back here so that he can release his servant and punish him. If you do this, he promises a reward fitting the task. I think, however, we'll betray the demon. Having considered this whole errand carefully, you have figured it out. The slip of paper obviously carries the name of the demon you have bargained with, written in Old Stygian. Why else would this prince want it so badly? You could speak the name and command the demon to reward you. He was most likely going to betray you anyway. We've got a good hand. Lots of face cards, mostly pages though. That's a Queen of Wands, which we cannot beat. Immediately play the Queen. I just want... Oh, come on, game. There's a King of Wands to take away our other high card. We'll play the Page. Hello, Queen of Swords. Okay, so that went well. 9 points over. That'll give us, I think, six more points. You speak the name on the paper, rewarded with a howl of torment from the demon. It lashes around the room, knocking over everything except for you. Your guess was correct. You compel it to reward you, and then return to the hell from which it came. You have made an enemy today. Bargains with demons. During any challenged option of the persuasion or deception type, each not revealed trick card has a 5% chance of being scryed at the beginning of the challenge option. Nice. And 1 health. Okay, let's go turn this into the Alchemist after we kill some more zombies. Oh, I should have probably maybe fled these ones. We have a King of Cups, but we're not... Oh, thank God we actually drew a Knight as well. Okay. 1. An edge upgrade. Wonderful. Let's go with Dissembler. This will let me add 2... I get the value for having... Is that right? If I have 2 or less face cards in my hand, I get their points for any deception or persuasion challenge. Look at this quest. Oh. I won't read that one again. You decide to tell the alchemist that you have found his papers and hand them over. Most excellent, young master. I thank thee. Now I must be on my way, but feel free to make use of anything that I leave behind. A portal shimmering blue vapors opens up in front of him, and he steps through. The portal vanishes, and you are left alone. I think there's a decent chance to get a wild card here. I have gotten them in the past from this. What is this? We'll take a look at this when we're done. That looked like an item for our pentacles, though. A Latvian lens. Rechargeable. Requires 1 energy per use, and it gives us +1 pentacles. Oh! This stores charges. We can use this to recharge our spells. I can't think of a reason not to do it right now. That's incredible! I've never seen that item before. Shame they're so hard to get. Alright everyone, so we'll stop here. Thank you guys for watching. Let's take stock of the situation as well. So, we lost a clue. That's freaking stinks. We're not quite halfway done with the mission yet. We will be maybe about 20 or 30 steps into the next token draw that we get. We have 2 spells, and we had just picked up our Latvian lens, which is a way to store energy. I really like that, Mr. Davis. That is an incredible item. I love miscellaneous items like that. Awesome. We still have all of these. In fact, we were able to recover some courage for brilliant insight. We've been putting more points in graceful evasion. We have a gun as well. So we're all kind of kitted out. We got a little bit of everything to help us to the end. We had used a wild card, but we lost it. But the good news is we picked up an incredible edge, Kiss of the Maiden. We've got a decent amount of so-so edges. We've been leveling them a bit as well, which is really useful. We picked up a Bone of Cups and a Bone of Swords. And overall, we're looking pretty good. I think we're going to be as ready for the second floor as we'll ever be. The first floor is finally done. We'll probably have time to do the second floor, but then that will probably be time then to go to the cellar after that. We will have to skip the attic, which is just as well for me. The attic can be very difficult. A shame in a way. I would like to finish the professor's quest over here. I've never done the robot one for him in the past. Actually, I think I've only done the plant mission once for him. Generally, I just don't have the high-level stats, because I always try deception. But this time we have a deceiving type of professor, so this is kind of working out. If we find the robot on the second floor, we'll obviously take the time it takes to bring it back to the professor and see if there's anything else that happens. Then we'll go down to the cellar. Yeah, I originally had a really bad feeling about this character, especially getting, again, that horrible deep bleeding cut at the start, but we're not doing too poorly at the moment. Oh, right, and we've also got 5 talismans, so we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. All right, everyone, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.